Are these putters going to change the landscape of putter design forever? I'm here at Sandmoor Golf Club in Leeds with the Odyssey AI1 square-to-square putters to roll a few and find out. There's been a huge rise in the popularity of zero-torque putters, especially on tour. And basically what that means is, on a zero-torque putter, the shaft goes into the center of gravity of the putter, so the putter doesn't really want to rotate, open and close. It stays very square throughout the stroke, where traditionally in putters, the hosel of the club goes into the heel side. The center of gravity is miles away from where the hosel goes into the putter. So this putter wants to hang toe down, and which actually promotes an opening and closing of the putter throughout the stroke. So we've seen this on tour a lot with lab putters specifically. They're sort of like the first people who've really made this popular. But what I would say is the fact that Odyssey are now introducing this technology, I think that's a huge nod to say that actually this does work. It's getting more and more popular. And I think that Odyssey is the biggest putter brand in the world. They've got a real chance of taking a huge slice of this pie. So Odyssey have come out with this square-to-square line of putters. There's 3 different heads. There's the number 7, there's the double wide, and there's also a Versa Jailbird, which is obviously one of the most popular putters on tour. I think what sets Odyssey apart from Lab or PXG is that they've actually been able to use this zero-torque technology in heads that we all know and recognize and love. The number 7 head has been really popular basically ever since Luke Donald got to world number 1. The double wide is the smallest, the most blade-looking version of the putter, and the Jailbird has been really popular since Ricky Fowler won again with it. The fact that these actually look like putters we recognise is an advantage in my opinion over like Lab. The Lab putters they're big, they're sort of interesting shapes, they're very different, but if I was going to use one of these putters, it would definitely want to be in a shape that I know and that I sort of like the look of and I'm used to the look of. I used to use a number 7 putter when I was a junior, so I'll start using this one. Are you subscribed to Your Golf NCG? Well, it turns out that actually over 75% of you are not subscribed, and I don't know why. So if you don't want to miss a video, then please hit that subscribe button, and whilst you're there, if you give us a like and a comment, then that would be great. So if we just talk about first impressions, it is very different seeing the shaft of the putter go into the back of the head or the center of the head. But for the shaft to go into the center of gravity of the putter, it does have to go in behind the face, and that will take some getting used to. In the number 7 putter head, I just really like the lines. I like the line on the top of the putter that goes straight into the back of the ball. And I think that the 2 longer lines that come off the back of the head actually help give you a bit of a visual for trying to keep that putter fairly straight back and straight through. This putter does want to be swung basically as straight and as square as possible. We don't want masses and masses of arc, and actually the way the putter is designed, it's going to help you swing the putter straighter. So just diving into the tech elements of this putter, we see the same AI1 putter face that we saw last year, and basically what that is it's an aluminium backer on the face which has different contours designed by AI just to make the ball speed the same from whether you hit it out the middle or the toe or the heel. This is a massive piece of technology because you just don't strike putters out the middle like you think you do. So Odyssey have done loads of testing with these putter faces that shows that if you hit it out the toe, the heel, the top, the bottom, you generally get the same ball speed off the face, and that really helps with the distance control. John Rahm said to Hannah last year that actually in the Ryder Cup, when he hit that amazing long putt on the last day from 40 feet, he actually mishit that, but because of the new technology in the face, the ball still got there. It was a given, and that was the end of the match. Another thing we see in this putter is a Stroke Lab 90 shaft. And basically what that means is it's a lighter in weight, so they can add more mass at the top end of the grip. It does have a counterbalance which just helps the putter feel good when you're swinging it. Interestingly, on these putters, it actually has a built-in forward press, because what Odyssey have found when designing these square-to-square putters is if they have to rely on the player to forward press the putter to get the hands in the right place, the golfer will always open the face up, and obviously you can't have that. So they've designed the head with a forward press so that it's already done. You don't have to worry about it. You can just take your normal setup, make a normal stroke, and let the putter do its thing. So one thing I do really like in this line of putters is that Odyssey have kept with the PVD blue finish. I think it makes the putter look really premium. I don't know why, but they look really good, and it stands out behind the ball. I think it looks really sharp between the green, the blue, and the white on the ball. They look great when you pull them out the bag. Oh no. Something else I really like is how well the ball comes off the face. They feel really soft, and that's that nice face insert. This is the Odyssey White Hot face insert that we all know and love. It's really popular on tour. It's been popular since it was brought out, and we just love the feel of it, and it sounds really good. You definitely feel when you stood there making strokes and hitting putts that the putter just wants to travel very straight back and straight through. Now, there will be some arguments in the comments about whether the putter should arc. Yes, it maybe should arc, or should it stay straight? But the way these putters are designed is to try and take that sort of variability out so that the putter doesn't rotate very much, the putter doesn't swing offline very much, and that just gives you a better opportunity to hold putts, especially inside 8 feet. When I had a Sam Putt Lab and I was testing people's strokes out all the time, teaching putting specifically, I found that the best putters generally always took the putter back the straightest and had the least amount of face rotation. Now that might be contradictory to what you believe about putting, in that there should be an arc, that it should be free flowing, and that you maybe just shouldn't even worry about it. But in my experience, the best putters and the best people at holing out had very little rotation, and that works really well with these putters. So where do I stand with these putters? Well, I think if you're a golfer who's either new to the game or someone who's in desperate need of like a reset, so you've been putting poorly and you just need a change and you don't want to just go left-handed, then this putter is really going to help you. This putter sort of demands that you change your technique, which is unlike any other putter you can buy. And actually, I think that that technique will help you hole more putts, especially under 8 feet. I would generally always suggest golfers pick equipment on performance rather than what it looks like. And if you're going to hole more putts inside 8 feet, you're going to score lower, you're going to lower your handicap. And I just think it's wise to consider it. Even if you don't necessarily like the look of it at first, I think it could be something you get used to and then you see the performance benefits throughout the season. So will I be putting this putter in the bag? Probably not. So although I love the technology and I really am sort of bought into the idea that putting with less face rotation will help golfers improve more, I'm about 5 years into using a really traditional blade putter. I've practiced for hours and hours and hours using it, and I putt just fine as I am. I have struggled a little bit with getting these putters lined up. That's just me personally and how I address the ball, and just having to now sort of take the time to line the putter up rather than just being able to stick the putter behind the ball and point it square. It just takes more time, and I'm not really going to do that. So yes, I think these putters are brilliant. Yes, I think you should try them, especially if you're either new to the game or you need a bit of a reset. But no, I am not going to use one. So you are going to be able to get your hands on, try, and even buy these putters at the end of November. It's well worth, in my opinion, getting down to your local pro shop where they'll have them in stock and taking the 3 different models out onto the putting green and give it a try. In a putter test, I always think you should practice hitting sort of 5-foot putts, see if you have success with it. Can you hit the hole? Are you missing left and right? And just be really diligent about that. Then spend some time hitting some longer 30-foot putts. Do you like the way the putter swings? Do you like the feel off the face? Can you control the distance? And when you compare that to your own putter, make a smart decision on, actually, yes, I think I'm going to put better with this, and yes, you should put it in the bag.